Hello everybody, I hope you're doing great today. Welcome back to the Worldbox Naedal thingy. This is kind of like, not necessarily a reboot, but just like seeing how different things would have played out in a different scenario. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try to make a dwarven dominant area down here, as well as spawn elves up here instead, and then we'll spawn some humans over there, kind of thing. I think that's how we're going to do it. So, let's go ahead and do that. Let's spawn some elves up here. So we've got that little area there. Some humans about right there. Let's just spawn a couple different ones there. And then we'll spawn some humans on that island. We'll spawn the orcs. All up and long down these. There we go. Then we will spawn the dwarves along that little mountain range there, all up and down here. And finally the humans are gonna get down here. So let's make them a nice little cozy spot right there. Let's just spawn some random humans out and about. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. Hello? Oh, okay. Let's see. Right off the bat, we've got some pretty solid spots. One thing I want to do is set it to kingdom expansion off for a little bit. I want everybody to get their main city developed pretty good first, just because I think that'll be pretty neat to see. So we're gonna let them do that. But they can definitely conquer each other's cities, like this one. They've got like a couple different towns right there, so that's pretty nice for them. Okay, so there's an elven one, there's a dwarven one, these guys got a colony off pretty quickly, same with them. But they shouldn't be able to colonize much more. But there's two different colonies right here. Well, not colonies, but capitals. How did this one win? Okay, you know what? Some things are just better left unanswered. Specifically that. Sorum's getting destroyed. Okay, this place is pretty good. That's a pretty solid spot. Biting. Oh, there's some human colonies right there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn on kingdom expansion, and let's just watch everybody go wild. Okay, let's do this, do that, there we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so they instantly got a colony on the island down here, so that's awesome. Oh, there's a little island here, I did not notice that. Looks like these guys are trying to wipe out some colonies. It looks like, oh, there's a big little orc colony circle right there. Those elves are taking some stuff over. The green humans are unifying this area, so good on them. These dwarves are doing pretty good. This looks like one of the most solid spots we've seen for the dwarves up to this point, at least. Okay. So, okay, those orcs are taking over this entire coastline. The red humans, they just have those two towns. That place is going to get wiped out soon, probably. These guys, they're expanding north. They've got this whole little area to themselves here. I think the orcs are kind of pushing on them pretty hard, though. They do have some colonies out this direction. But the dwarves, however, are taking over most of this stuff up here. So they've definitely got their mountain ranged area. They've got this little spot and everything, so they're doing pretty great. They're just big dudes with shovels and big beards, so good on them. They're doing great. How's the elves doing? They have a pretty big town up here. We've got one town here with the gold mining area. They've got plenty of gold, and then those guys up there. That's kind of what it looks like. And then it's up here. How are the humans up here doing? Oh, they're just waiting. They're just standing there like people doing whatever people want to do, so. Neat. Okay, that place just got wiped out. What are those? Are those elves? Those are dwarves. So it looks like those guys are getting wiped out by the dwarves. So the dwarves are definitely taking a very dominant role in this series, in this part. So, okay, these elves are about to take over most of the island. They've got a lot of area here. These guys have a nice little cozy zone. They've got their huts, and they've got some gold chilling over there, which I don't know why they haven't gotten it yet, but whatever, they can do whatever they want to do. These guys have a nice and cozy little camp area. I'm really hoping in the next update they fix just like the development of or not necessarily humans, but at least dwarven and orcish cities, because they're not building really anything at all. They build like 4 or 5 buildings and they just stop there. Like, they're not growing, they're not expanding. You know, they don't build their capital huts anymore, which I miss because I really love those. Those were awesome. I mean, the humans still build theirs. The elves, we don't even need to talk about them. They can fit 71 people in that little small area there, so I don't think we need to discuss that. Also, the elves are taking everything over. Hopefully the dwarves will be able to get some stuff done before that, though. Because, I mean, the dwarves, they're good. They've got some good stuff down here. They're at war with the orcs for the south now. So they're definitely taking over this area. Okay, are they sending over a squad over here to do some stuff? They're taking out P.E.K.K.A. Okay, F in the chat for P.E.K.K.A. They just got destroyed. What about Red Rig? Red Rig ain't doing too well either. They're kind of dying. Just those 5 dudes, 10 dudes, just wiped them all out. Cat Gone. Okay, that's a neat name. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. These dwarves are doing good. The elves are probably going to take over everything just because they do that. That's how the elves work. That's just what they do. Who's here? Just some human nations chilling up here. Well, that's pretty awesome. They've got a nice cozy little spot. The humans up there just waiting. They're not really doing much. So right now the dwarves are trying to wipe out most of the elves. Well, F in the chat for these people. We're just going to watch the destruction of our fellow humans. That's just normal in the day of watching Worldbox videos, though, am I right? Just entire human civilizations getting genocided by elves. That's kind of the norm these days. Look at that. You know how much cooler this game would be with boats and naval combat? That'd be awesome. Maybe naval combat later, but hopefully just at least like boats so they can cross rivers and oceans and such. Which now I think they're crossing the line, because now the elves and the dwarves are at war. So it was great knowing the dwarves, they've done pretty good, but the elves, they're just, nope. Looks like no matter what we do, the elves are always gonna dominate. They have 1,326 people. The dwarves have almost 200. They have 16 towns, they have 11. Like, they're not even comparable. Like, what even is this? So, yeah, the elves are too powerful now. The dwarves didn't even stand a chance. So, I think the elves are just going to take over the world. Is this going to be a 1-episode thing? The elves are just going to wipe everybody out? Somehow this is a better starting spot than that place? I mean, look at this. Look at that town there. How can the elves build stuff like that, and then the dwarves can barely do stuff like this? Like, seriously, there's not even a comparison. Which I think that the dwarves might have just narrowly survived that war. But the elves are coming in. They're colonizing here. They've taken out these islands down here. I really like this spot up here. That's a pretty good spot. That dude just went across the water and tried to kill people. I don't know how we did that, but yeah. And that dude, I think that was actually a girl. She just ran up there and probably just got destroyed. Oh, there's an elven town that rebelled. That's interesting. Probably not going to survive, but they tried. Sidere is a pretty powerful empire. They've got lots of food. They've got lots of buildings, lots of people. They've got everything they need to take over the world. Am I right? Starting to think I'm right, because are the dwarves still the second? Yeah, what's the world population right now? 2,000? About 1,800, 1,700 of that is the elves. Just the elves. This is going to be an elven world. I don't think the humans or the dwarves... Actually, the orcs are probably all dead by now. No, the orcs might actually outlive the dwarves and everybody else. Those guys are kind of having a civil war up here. Okay, I think red's gonna win. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Also, the elves have completely colonized that place. Ooh, Naedal, that's a cool name. Naedal. That is actually an awesome name. That's pretty neat. How do these people have a building up here? How did they expand across the ocean? So I think the only possible thing for anybody else to win besides the elves, no, the elves are going to win. Nope, I have lost hope for anybody to win but the elves. Somehow they're doing so much better than they did in any other. I think I'm just going to make them declare war on everybody. Finish it. Just finish it. Okay, they're going to take over the world. Might as well do it. Alright. Just might as well do it. Like, look at this. Look at those numbers. Rest in peace, Ray Rod. Whatever that town was. And then you're dead. Yep, you're dead. Definitely. Zedkick, F in the chat. And now the last remnant of non-elven civilization would be those guys up there. Everything else is dead. Are they even gonna try to conquer that place? Oh, I spoke way too soon. They're gonna conquer that place. They are gonna conquer that place. I don't know why I didn't think that they would. They are doing that. They're doing exactly that. They're doing yeah. Oh, there was a civil war. That, my friends, is probably all that's gonna happen. Because as soon as the civil war broke out, I don't think they're gonna be able to destroy everything here now. They're gonna pull back most of their troops to fight the civil war. So the humans have survived for now. I think green's gonna win. I'm just kind of generally speaking, I think green's going to win, because they've got the island, and blue is just the outlying colonies, not to mention there's a third rebellion, and a fourth. So, whatever that means, yeah, I think, well, the elves are just completely divided now. And the humans are still surviving in human Atlantis, alright? They're mountain, barred wonderland of non-elven lands, because everything else is just owned by the elves, or is a wasteland like this place, or this place. It's just dead birds and buildings. Which I think green is coming on top here. Pink is not doing bad, but the Civil War just caused them everything. I don't know. Who do you guys think is going to win the Civil War? All I know is the elves are going to win, because look at this. 60, 140, oh, they've actually got a good amount of people. Where or do they have buildings at? Okay, they have 51, that's about 80, about 100, yeah, 120-ish, that's about right. That's about right. So, also, what is going on here? Did they not take that town or something? I don't even understand. Just make sure everybody's at war with each other. That way the Civil War continues. Also, F in the chat for the humans, because that means the elves are all going to declare war on them at the same time. Not to mention they're getting bombarded from the Fire Island. Whatever. I just need to come up with a name for this. Maybe Niflheim or something weird like that. I don't know, but they are not going to survive. I think green's conquering everything again. It's not going too well. For the humans, they're surviving, but surviving does not mean they are thriving. See, well, this world does look like a square, but I was just kind of saying, I kind of like that I did my best to design it so it doesn't look like it's like a square. Hopefully it looks more... Oh, there's another Civil War. That's neat. Just looks like consistent warfare. I don't know who's gonna come out on top. Okay, these buildings look awesome. Like, look at that. That's amazing. Well, green's just got this whole little continent down there to themselves. And blue's kind of the forest nations. Okay, I do think I'm going to end this first episode again, or episode number 4, whatever you want to call it, in this alternate world kind of thing. I just kind of wanted to see how it would go down and that kind of thing. So it was interesting. Elves just wiped the floor with everybody eventually. The dwarves did good in the beginning. Then they got by the elves, so it didn't go super great for them. There's still some humans up here. They're probably not going to last super long, though. They're going to get destroyed. But, yeah, they'll do their best. That is for sure. So I genuinely do hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Naedal number 4. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. If you guys did, feel free to like and subscribe. You don't have to like necessarily, but the subscribe would be awesome. Like, we're close to 1,700 subs. Great milestone. You know, it's a pretty good spot for a small channel like this one. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys did. Anyways, hope you guys have an amazing rest of your days. I think that's going to be it for today, and see y'all later. Goodbye.